Dumelang. Lekai. Kia boche. Deputy President, thank you very much for the opportunity to be part of your program today, along with our fellow ministers, deputy ministers, my very good friend MEC Rockman, who works very closely with the department, and her fellow MECs, but of course, most importantly, our agriculture family. So I want to say a huge thank you first to everybody here who's involved in agriculture, whether you're a small-scale farmer, whether you're a large commercial farmer. I want to say thank you, and you should give yourselves a round of applause, because you are growing South Africa, you're feeding South Africa, and you're making sure that our economy is growing. It's been very interesting today to see this wonderful project. And you know, I really wish that those people who criticize from the outside the work that we're doing to bring people together in agriculture could see the type of successful project that is taking place here today. Because it is about partnership. It's about mixing experienced farmers and big commercial farmers with small-scale farmers. It's about knowledge sharing. It's about coming together in the agricultural sector and sharing the expertise. And there is more than enough space for everybody in agriculture. The Agricultural and Agro-Processing Master Plan that our department is responsible for looks at ways about how we can include those in the agricultural space in the value chains. How we can make sure that we're making space for smaller farmers within those value chains as well. But at the same time, making sure we're providing the same type of support and services that the big commercial agricultural sectors need. And so in doing so, we can grow the sector and move people through the various stages from subsistence farming into commercial agriculture. And we've heard many of those stories today about people who have started small but are now in charge of multi-million rand opportunities. And to do that, you need a department that is ready and able to assist, and that is what we have set out to be. An agricultural department that is responsive, that is understanding of the needs. And I've heard two big queries today and big cries for help. The first is support, particularly from a financial perspective. And I'm very glad that we've got the land bank here, and the land bank is capacitated. But we do need to do more to find more patient capital for the agriculture space in South Africa. And our department is busy looking at different models to access patient capital. You know, backing an agricultural process and an agricultural operation is not like giving somebody money to start a spaza shop. You know, you give somebody the money to start a spaza shop, from day one they've got the stock, they're selling it, there's money coming in. As you know, with agriculture, sometimes you wait a year, 2 years, 3 years before you start to see the income coming in. And so we do need to access through both commercial banks, but also through the blended finance schemes, that patient capital that help people to be able to do that. And so in doing so, we have to make sure that we're providing abilities to farmers to be viable, sustainable, and profitable. And no farmer, whether they're an emerging farmer or a commercial farmer, is asking for special treatment. They're just saying, give us a fair shot to be able to compete in the market. We've heard as well the development and the length of time it takes to get an orchard like the one we see behind us up and running. And it takes blood, sweat, and tears. And we need to be able to attract more young people, women, and those who are disabled into the sector. And so I'm very glad to see Farm Boy here. I don't know where Farm Boy's gone, where he's obviously gone to go and get the harvest in or plant. But we need to get young people in. And there's so many exciting things happening in agriculture to attract young people. Agriculture is not just about, putting something in the ground and watching it grow. It's science, it's technology, it's mechanization, it's economics, it's studying and understanding weather and rainfall patterns. It's about understanding water. And there's so many innovations and innovative space now for young people to access the agricultural sector, and we need to open it up. And we can do that by focusing and spending a lot more time and effort on our agricultural colleges and our agricultural schools, and making sure that we're developing a pipeline of young farmers that are coming through the system, that are able to step out and step into the fields. And yes, Minister Nyonso and I have got to provide them and assist them with land, and we've got to make sure that we're providing programs for assistance. But in this regard, I want to also say thank you to the commodity organizations, but also organized agriculture, who are stepping in and helping out. Now, you may have seen I got into a bit of trouble recently because of the levy system. That people were concerned that a portion of the levy was going towards what they said was BEE. But what it actually is, it's going towards empowering small-scale farmers at farm level with the skills that they need, with the assistance that they need to be able to get out there and compete fairly. They're not asking for special treatment. They're saying, give us a chance to be able to start at the same starting point so that we can then run a fair race together. And so I said very clearly, this department would be committed to making sure that we're working for everybody in the agricultural sector, not just for commercial agriculture, not just for emerging farmers, but working to harmonize and partner the entire sector, using our commodity organizations, using the incredible work being done by organized agricultural bodies, and also then partnering them with government organizations like the Land Bank, the IDC, and others, so we can unlock that potential. And then we've got to find markets for our goods. Having walked through this wonderful pack house, and it was so inspiring to see this story today, to Pizzo and the team, and the work that they've done here is just incredible. It's inspiring. And to see what they've been able to do. Now, our job as agriculture is to go and find markets now for those apples, so we can get those apples overseas, so that they can be in the hands of those people who want it. And why is it important? Because the more apples we get overseas, the more money and revenue comes in to these operations. The more money and revenue that comes in, the bigger they can grow. And the more they can grow, the more jobs and more opportunities they create right here at this level. So finding these markets for our goods is going to be so important. That's why we were very excited, Deputy President, in the last 2 weeks to have opened up the market to Thailand for apples. Again, after 16 years, we're now sending apples into Thailand, and we've got to go and find those others. Where there have been projects that haven't worked, we obviously stand ready, Premier and MEC, to see how we can assist you at from the national department level to be able to get those projects up and running, provided we can make them viable, sustainable, and profitable in the long term. But I want to just say to everybody who made inputs today, I want them to know very clearly, they have a government that is on their side. This is a government that wants to work with you and to partner with you to be able to allow you to become all you can be, but also to make your businesses successful and your farming operations successful. So I will close where I left off, Deputy President, by saying thank you very, very much to everybody in the agriculture family for what you're doing every day to make life better for our country, for our economy, and for our food security. Because without food security in South Africa, we will be in deep trouble. We've seen what happens in other countries when food security is no longer assured. It always leads to social unrest. And so each and every one of you are playing a huge role today in assisting us to get the country moving forward, to grow our economy, to create jobs. And for that, I say, Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Thank you.